Round 3.
Round 3, Captain America, Brave New World, aka Captain America 4. Spoiler free. 10 minutes, spoiler free. What you got over there?
Okay. So one thing about me, Glenn, I know I mentioned this earlier to you, but just to clarify, I never look up stuff about a movie before I go see a movie. And I don't really look at it before we review it, because I just don't want to be, it's my personal preference, I don't want to be swayed in any way. I want to come on here and say, this is what I thought. And so I had no idea what to expect before going to see the movie. And I really don't for real know what people are saying now. I will just tell y'all this. I really liked the movie. I really did. And I didn't I'm one of those people, like, the way I know that I'm bored, like, I will check my watch. I'll be like, what time is it? How much longer do we have? Never looked at the clock. I just really liked it. And I didn't even know what it was gonna be about.
So what is it about?
Oh yeah. I just jumped in.
It's like I threw it over there for a reason, and she was like, "No, let me tell you."
Let me tell you real quick. No, okay. So I because I can ramble, let me just quote this. All right. So Sam finds himself in the middle of an international incident after meeting with the president. He must soon discover the reason behind a nefarious global plot before the true mastermind has the entire world seeing red. Sorry, I'm going backwards. That was the synopsis of the movie.
Masterminds have the whole world seeing red. So you liked the movie, clearly.
I did.
You enjoyed the movie. So what specifically did you like about it?
I just thought it was a great story. I just did.
So you like the story?
I like the story. I mean, the thing is about these Marvel movies, it's almost like it's already guaranteed you're going to have good graphics, right? You're going to have good, I mean, the music, there wasn't anything that stood out about the music, but I feel like everything is pretty quality already. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking. So this one, I will disagree with this particular movie. I don't feel like the graphics were as good. I feel like this was, and I'm gonna say this, I'm not trying to diss. I feel like this was more on the level of a Disney Plus show. As far as quality versus a normal Marvel Studios production.
Do you think it was better than Thor: Love and Thunder
as a movie?
No, the graphics.
No.
Oh, really?
Well, the thing about this movie too, it was more militant.
Yeah.
There really wasn't a whole lot of CGI special effects to go along with it. Where Love and Thunder had like tons,
all of it,
like. Tons and tons and tons. So there might have been a part or two that people was like, that didn't look right. But it's like 90% of the screen that you're watching is CGI. So you want to point out one thing, then it's like,
so it's not really apples to apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it should be, because again, it's 2 Marvel Studio movie releases. So I feel like the acting wasn't up to par in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like some of the one-liners and things just didn't hit like they were supposed to. I feel like there wasn't enough emotion put into certain lines that were said, and some of the lines were just a miss. And I can't blame the writers. A lot of people want to say, well, the writers, blah, blah, blah. What they were saying was like, fine. It was cliche. It was generic stuff, but you didn't land the punchline. Like, I feel like there was a lot of that going on. But it was not a bad movie at all. I would go and say it was a good movie. Was it the best movie ever? No. Was it the best Marvel movie ever? No. But it wasn't like a bad movie. Like I wouldn't tell anybody you won't enjoy it and you won't like it and you shouldn't go see it because it's terrible. It's not like that at all. It was just it just had it had like a Disney Plus Marvel TV show feel to it.
Yeah, I can see that.
So again, which is not, and that's what I mean by it's not bad. I don't think there's been a bad Marvel TV show from a quality standpoint, right? So I'm not saying it's bad, but you expect a little bit more from the movies. What did you think about it?
I liked it a lot. I think since Endgame, there's only been like a handful of movies I really liked out of Marvel, and this is one of them.
Okay.
It probably my third favorite Captain America movie out of all of them.
Okay.
I think it's only 4, right? 4, 5.
Four.
So
Well,
right?
I mean, Civil War.
Does that count?
I mean, the name.
Yeah.
It said Captain America Civil War, but it just felt like an Avengers
movie essentially.
Avengers movie, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Captain America movie.
It was really, really good. I finally got an answer to something I've been wanting to get an answer for a long time, but I will talk about that in spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yep. But I mean, all in all, it's a movie that I'll go back and see again and possibly buy. And I think it would probably be my third like Marvel DVD since Endgame I've bought for me.
So would I watch this again? I guess it just depends. It depends on how many of these characters transition over and do more things in other movies. And so it's like, do I need to go back? Oh, kind of like what they did with, I guess this is a big spoiler, Don Cheadle's character in whatever Marvel show it was on, right? And then it turns out that he was in stasis the whole time, and it was really
it didn't make any sense to me.
Well, but it made me want to go back and then watch to see
when that happens.
Either when that happens or just kind of piece some things together, especially once they tell more of that story. So if there's any characters in here that show up another place, and then that I think that would be the only reason I would rewatch this. The Red Hulk wasn't in it long enough for me to like want to watch it again, because like, for example, I'm not comparing this to Endgame, but the Endgame, the last battle scene was so long, like I had to go back and watch it because you missed
a lot.
This one, it was so short.
It was cut and dry.
Yeah, it was short,
right? And it was a pretty basic fight, generally speaking. And so it's like, I don't really need to watch that again.
Yeah.
Like that would be one of the main reasons I would watch it again, but I don't need to because it was so short, right? This also, along with the Disney Plus feel to it, as far as quality, this had a X-Men Fox feel to it as well. Those earlier X-Men movies were super militant. It was super research based here. It was super, we got default actors playing politicians and playing armed people, people in the military, and they're saying these default kind of military style, go and move it and blah blah, and like all that kind of stuff. So it gave me the Fox X-Men feels a little bit.
That actually makes sense to me though. And I like it for, I mean, is this I don't want to say, is this a spoiler?
I don't know
the internal?
Hold on. Oh,
I'm just saying, like,
the Titan, with the Eternals?
Yeah, was that like the Titan, what it's made out of? Is that a spoiler, or is that kind of known now? Right?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, so spoiler. Save it for spoiler.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we'll expand on that momentarily.
So,
was there anything that stood out about the music or?
Yeah, the music wasn't memorable.
No, it wasn't memorable.
So that to me, that's a negative.
Yeah.
The cinema. I feel like the cinematography was just average, and maybe that gave it more of the Disney Plus feel. Right. It was just kind of basic. But like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. It was fast paced. If there was something happening that you didn't like, it didn't linger. It was every 10 or 15 minutes, probably 10 minutes or so, it was moving on to the next thing. Right. So if there was something again, and there was action that came out of nowhere unexpectedly. Right.
Yeah.
So that part was cool to me. That would just be all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, this is gonna be a normal scene. I'm gonna go investigate this. Oh snap! Now somebody's shooting. It was that kind of thing. So it was like that part was cool. It kept you engaged. Maybe that's why you didn't look at your watch.
Yeah.
They did a good job of keeping you engaged. Like I said, even if what you just saw might have been mediocre, it didn't matter because it's on to the next thing, and this next thing is pretty good. So it's just like, okay, it was quick to forget about maybe something that was subpar 2 minutes ago. So
yeah.
What else you got? I know you were so excited. You liked it so much. What else you got?
I was trying to think of anything else.
That spoiler free.
Yeah. What did y'all think of? Because I'm probably a little biased.
Oh, you're supposed to be unbiased, and
I know.
it's right there on the screen.
But what did y'all think about? Oh, I don't know if it's a spoil. I don't think so. I mean, it's a known actor that was in the movie.
Was it the death? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Just Harrison Ford in general. I mean, I think that's known that he's going to be.
Yeah, I love Harrison Ford.
I do too.
So I mean, I was cool with him being that character. So
yeah, that's where I think I'm biased because I really love Harrison Ford.
I'm just scared because Red Hulk is in the MCU a lot and he's supposed to be, and Harrison Ford's already older.
He's like 86 years old.
And I'm like, I don't want to recast another General Ross in 5 years.
Ross.
Like, can we please speed this up?
So I'm not like some Harrison Ford stan. Like I'm not even sure I can name a movie outside of Star Wars that I've seen with him in it. Honestly, but I felt like he played the role that he was supposed to play. I think he did a good job.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so too.
Right. And generally speaking, it's a little bit different than what you might get from the trailers. A little bit different. Like, I was not expecting him to be the way he was to that degree. But then I also didn't expect him to start off the way he started off. So it was just like, okay, that's unexpected. Oh, now he's making a change. Okay, I kind of expected that. Oh, he's going way off the deep end.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
It went left.
Yeah, real quick. So, so that was fine. Last thing in the spoiler-free section that we'll tease. I know, Glenn, I know you wanted to talk about the haters.
Oh yeah, big time.
Let's talk about the haters a little bit.
Yeah, the hate.
What have you been seeing?
The hate towards this is like they're trying to compare it to their. I don't think this is a spoiler, but it's a sequel to something else other than Disney Plus show.
Okay.
Just because of Red Hulk's in it, and the hate towards it is just like they don't like Anthony Mackie. They don't like the direction. A lot of people were actually really mad about the cybernetics with the helmet. They're kind of tired of the what's it called? Not adamantium, vibranium. I guess the cybernetics when it comes to the helmet coming off and on. Yeah. A lot of people are tired of that. It's just, I know it was a lot of us nitpicking for no reason, and I was like, what do y'all like? This is one of the better movies that's come out in a long time.
Yeah.
So why was everyone complaining? But a lot of those people that reviewed it went back, watched it the second time, and they changed their review.
Really?
A lot of people. Now, granted, Rotten Tomatoes is still horrible, but
yeah,
I think if they still had audience reviews, people would be like, "This is a good movie."
Oh, they don't have that anymore?
I don't think so.
Like I never looked at Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic. I never looked at any of that. So I'm not familiar. So yeah, let's do some more talk about the haters. Now that we can get into some of the spoils.